in the game.
One of the fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But to most, something about it still feels holy. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the BYU Cougars, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So Utah's offense will come out first. The last time they renewed this rivalry, BYU was on a mission and destroyed the Utes.
Destroyed the Utes. They put it all together. They won the rivalry day. And Utah, Jesse, had to live with that fact for a whole year.
And it really benefited BYU in the recruiting trail, too, because these two programs recruit the same athletes each and every season. So that's why this game, I think, is so much bigger for them to try and build on that momentum on the recruiting trail.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. He's got him in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So BYU's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was
Breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field, they got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got a little space. Sweet cut there. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Bachmeier, using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat. Open.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he tacks on the extra point. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Finding an escape route.
The returner is brought down at the 39. And the BYU offense will take over.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, Dave. And this game's been referred to the Holy War between BYU BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. A 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Got it set up on the outside. Nice move to keep running. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Showing off the ball. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other side.
You're right, Reese. It's pretty wild because the rivalry dates back to the same year the state of Utah was founded in 1896. That's how long these two teams have been going. This thing is historic, and every year, David, it's an incredible football game.
And I love what Reese said, too, though. They've changed conferences. They've been independent. Whatever it takes, they want to play each other because they want the bragging rights in the state of Utah because it means a heck of a lot.
With the catch, it's Parrish. Oh, he's got some space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Cougars headed quickly to the line.
Chad, White 80, Brooklyn. Switch it, switch it.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, BYU! Great job by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And he makes the extra point.
That makes the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and...
Oh, what a move to get open. Breaks away on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Utes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll send the back in motion. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. BYU right back to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Fires one high and deep. Working that deep right side, an excellent concentration on the catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, BYU! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal. You got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Duke. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds a man on the left. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Utes will have it 1st and 10.
Utah.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Eakin. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Utes come to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field.
There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Utah. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Extending the play. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, BYU.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Lawrence. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to get it through the air. They've got the screen set up. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, BYU.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires on the move. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He's in open space downfield. Got the 1st down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Sends him back in motion. Oh, they're after him. On the run, deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 20.
Breaks into the open, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And the Cougars want to pick up the tempo. Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars! Shades of the Lavelle Edwards era as BYU is flexing its muscle and building a lead.
Jim McMahon is smiling somewhere. BYU and the explosive plays offensively, that's why they're lighting up this scoreboard.
Yeah, and the Cougars always dominate the line of scrimmage. You can always count on that. But listen, in this matchup with Utah, you usually don't see Utah get dominated up front. BYU bringing that physicality.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
2nd down, he'll throw it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Utes look to keep this drive humming. The give on the inside. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
second down. They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. And Utah is starting to assert itself and seize command of this rivalry by building a big lead.
And the Utes are always ready. This is the team that you can always depend on. Rivalry game, week in, week out. They're built, they know who they are, they're disciplined, they're tough, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And I feel like Utah is also one of those teams that's just ready to pounce, right? They're ready for you to make a mistake, and then they take advantage of it, and that's what they've been able to do in this game. They came in with a good game plan, and they are executing.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Miami of Ohio is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Western Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ware. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, the ground game. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, BYU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Oh, what a move. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Working that left side. It's a running room. He's at the touchdown, Utes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Gets the back moving. The option look. He'll toss it. Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. The Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
White 53.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Making side adjustments here. The big fullback's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's go.
It'll be third and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The give to the fullback. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The pressure ramps up on third and goal. Rides the back on the option, the give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. He splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air on first down. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Utes in a good spot here with second and short. Finds his tight end. Nice move there. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Oh, he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got a man. It's Ware. Good, solid tackle.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to...
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Utes send out the punt unit. And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Coming out with the victory in the Holy War, it is the Cougars of BYU. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.